and welcome to another episode of Wedding Show TV. Today I'll be discussing bridesmaids dresses with India from Maids to Measure at her beautiful Fulham studio. Thank you so much for having us today.
It's a pleasure.
So India, brides seem to choose on average around 3 to 4 bridesmaids for their wedding, but it's highly unlikely that those 3 to 4 bridesmaids are going to be exactly the same in terms of hair colour. You're unlikely to get all brunettes or all blondes. Is there a specific colour that you would recommend that really suits everybody?
You're so right, it's often the case we have a blonde, we have a brunette, a redhead. Quite often a colour that I always recommend that's a great classic colour is the navy. It's really neutral, it's great, it's not black but it's flattering as well, so it's great for all shapes and sizes, and also it goes with all sorts of different colours. You can bring in different coloured flowers, accessories and things like that, so navy's a great first stock colour I always recommend for brides in that scenario.
And how about if your brides are different shapes as well? Because it's quite likely that one's going to be really tall, another more pear-shaped. So
again, I always recommend, you could choose different styles. These days, the bridesmaid doesn't have to be all in the same style. We can have one more fitted style, one more floaty, perhaps some girls prefer a shorter style. So it's all about getting the right fit as well and making sure that each style fits the girls, double lined, and being made to measure, fit exactly in the right proportions to each bridesmaid. Yeah,
that makes sense. And is there a fabric that is more workable than others when you've got different shapes and sizes?
I mean, I always recommend again is a chiffon. It's a great fabric. It looks lovely in photos. It doesn't bounce the light, and also you can have it really lovely and floaty with lots of pleats, and also you can have it fitted as well. So you get the best of both worlds. I find that satin's lovely, but sometimes it can, in photos, not be as flattering perhaps.
Okay, less versatile.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So do you have any recommendations when you get all of your girlfriends together to choose the bridesmaids dresses?
I definitely recommend them bringing shoes with them. Shoes of similar height that perhaps they're going to be wearing on the day is always a great help when knowing lengths of dresses. Another thing I always recommend is to bring different choice of underwear, especially if the girl's going strapless. You want to have a different play around of what fits best for the dress. And very, very obvious indeed, but perhaps bringing all your bridesmaids at the same time. I know it can be a logistical nightmare with bridesmaids being kind of far-flung and overseas, but generally if you have all your bridesmaids together, it really helps, obviously, the decision process a lot quicker. And one other thing I think brides have to take into consideration, maybe be quite flexible. Like we were saying, if they've got their heart set on a colour, it might be best to see what does suit the bridesmaids, and if the colour that they've got their heart set on doesn't suit them, or take another colour into consideration, or style perhaps. And always ask advice really with the experts and get a second opinion.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's invaluable advice for both the bride and the bridesmaids actually to take on board. Thank you so much,
That's okay,
India.
Thank
you. You can meet Maids to Measure and all of our other experts at the National Wedding Shows. For further details, please visit nationalweddingshow.co.uk.